Hey there, construction enthusiasts and curious minds. Welcome back to our channel. Today, we're diving into a topic that'll leave you in awe and disbelief. We are going to look at some of the biggest construction mistakes that have ever happened around the world. Building something is not easy. It takes a lot of planning, design, engineering, materials, labor and money. But sometimes, things go wrong, very wrong. In this video, we will explore some of the biggest construction mistakes in the world that cost millions of dollars, wasted time and resources, and even caused injuries and deaths. Let's get started. Our first colossal blunder takes us to the heart of New Orleans, where engineers attempted to build a state-of-the-art flood protection system. The Hurricane and Storm Damage Risk Reduction System was designed to provide enhanced protection against storm surges and flooding, particularly in the wake of the devastating Hurricane Katrina in 2005. Little did they know, they'd end up designing walls that were too short to withstand a major storm surge. As Hurricane Katrina hit, the city faced unprecedented devastation, and these underestimated walls were no match for Mother Nature's fury. Several levees and floodwalls in the system failed, leading to widespread flooding. Investigations after the hurricane revealed issues with the construction of the flood protection system. Poor compaction of soil, inadequate foundation preparation, and the use of substandard materials contributed to the vulnerabilities of the system. Moving on to second on our list, the Lotus Riverside Complex was a residential development in Shanghai, China, that consisted of 11 apartment buildings. In 2009, one of the buildings collapsed, killing one worker and injuring several others. The cause of the collapse was traced to the excavation of an underground garage next to a river. The soil was piled up on the other side of the building, creating an imbalance of pressure. The foundation failed and the building toppled over like a domino. Now, let's explore an engineering disaster that shook an entire city. The Leaning Tower of Pisa, Italy, a global icon with a faulty foundation design. The tower's unintended tilt sparked centuries of intrigue and puzzle solving, reminding us that even the most renowned structures can fall victim to missteps. The tower started to tilt during its construction in the 12th century, due to a weak foundation and soft soil. Over the years, the lean increased, reaching 5.5 degrees in 1990. The tower was closed to the public and underwent a major stabilization project that lasted until 2001. The lean was reduced to 3.9 degrees, but it is still unstable and requires constant monitoring and maintenance. Moving onwards and upwards, we come across the Tacoma Narrows Bridge in Washington, USA. This was a suspension bridge that spanned the Tacoma Narrows Strait of Puget Sound between Tacoma and the Kitsap Peninsula. It opened to traffic on July 1, 1940, but it soon became notorious for its tendency to sway and twist in the wind. The bridge earned the nickname, Galloping Gertie, because of its erratic motion. On November 7, 1940, just 4 months after its opening, the bridge collapsed in a wind of about 42 miles per hour. The 2,800-foot main span went into a series of torsional oscillations whose amplitude steadily increased until the bridge broke apart and fell into the water. The only casualty was a dog who had been left in a stalled car by its owner. The collapse was captured on film and became one of the most iconic images of structural failure in history. Next up, we travel to the Aon Center, built in 1974, known back then as the Amoco Building, is one of Chicago's tallest structures today. Initially, the structure was an architectural wonder to the city. A simple, rectangular, tubular steel frame structure. What made it stand out was its cladding with Carrara marble imported from Tuscany, making it the world's largest marble-clad building. But this beautiful and distinct feature in the building facade began to form numerous cracks due to the material being very thin, making pieces of the slab detach and crash down below as well. This led to the structure having a makeover in the 1990s, with the marble being replaced with a more suitable granite, though at a very high expense. The construction mistake ended up being worth a whopping amount of $80 million. Now, before wrap-up, we venture into the UK, a commercial structure in London nicknamed the Walkie-Talkie, due to its unusual shape. Completed in 2014 and costing over £200 million, the expensive skyscraper revealed itself to be an expensive construction mistake. The building's glass facade and its radian resulted in the structure being an enormous concave mirror reflecting sunlight onto the street in front for about 2 hours a day. Due to the extreme heat of about 72, there have been reports of cracking tiles, charred carpets, and melting of paint and even cars. These incidents brought another name to the tower, the Walkie-Scorchie. A sunscreen was placed across its curved face to reduce the glare, but fixing this architectural mistake cost about £10 million. And finally, the Millennium Bridge. The Millennium Bridge is a pedestrian bridge that crosses the River Thames in London, UK. It opened in 2000 and was hailed as a modern marvel of engineering and design. However, on its first day of operation, thousands of people walked across it and felt it sway from side to side. The movement was caused by a phenomenon called synchronous lateral excitation, where people unconsciously adjust their steps to match the bridge's vibration. The bridge was closed for 2 years and fitted with dampers and springs to reduce the wobble. And there you have it, folks. A glimpse into some of the most jaw-dropping construction mistakes in history. These tales serve as powerful reminders that even the boldest visions can crumble without meticulous planning, rigorous engineering, and diligent oversight. Join us next time as we explore more captivating stories from the world of construction. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell to stay tuned for more mind-blowing content. Until then, keep dreaming big and building smart.